Welcome everybody to another edition of Local to Global here in TEW 2020 as we continue the road in Tasmania from pretty much the worst possible starting point, but we're going to keep on going as it's now September of 2020 as it's time for some SLW Saturday Wrestling. So we start out with the announcement of the main event today is going to be Rob Edwards and Blaze Maximum based off their win over the Cowboys a couple shows ago against the Surfer Dudes for the SLW Tag Team Championships. And this gets a 22 because it was only a quick 1 minute segment. Basically, Wesley Finch, our announcer, and my player character announcing it to the fans. Then in a decent match, Armando Guerrero defeated Leon Main in 18-19 by pinfall with a spinning elbow strike. This gets a 29. Armando got a 40. Leon Main got a 20. This match is because they both won their multi-man matches last month, and now they face off. And since Armando won, he gets an opportunity, which I'll talk about later. And Armando celebrating gets a 44. And then next up, we have Jonathan Wesker with Series D defeating Flip Buchanan in 6:07 by pinfall with a fallaway slam. This gets a 21. Flip got a 29. Wesker got a 22. And then after them, whoops. Well, okay, I screwed up. Okay, well, we'll just roll with that for the moment. We'll go back to the actual promo here in a second, but right now we have Francis Burke taking on Mortimer Pyle, where in a decent match, Francis Burke defeated Mortimer Pyle in 11-21 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Basically, a serious back-and-forth match, but Burke surprises Pyle with a quick roll-up and gets the big pinfall victory. This gets a 24. Burke gets a 27. Pyle gets a 26. And then Burke celebrates. Well, Mortimer freaks out, gets a 21. And then we have the angle that I thought we were going to have, where basically Siri D shoots on Greer leaving the company, where she says that Wesker was always her real man, and Greer was always the leftovers, but even though she just has one man now, she's still going after the tag team titles held by those pathetic little surfer dudes. And this gets a 24. And then in our main event of the evening, it gets a 48. We both had superb wrestling and good heat. Jesse Tasman and Hang 10 Lucas Pope defeated Blaze Maximum and Rob Edwards in 14:41 when Blaze Maximum was counted out after being attacked by the Kipper, which is just say this is Blaze and Kipper brawling to the back. And then so they make another defense of their SLW Tag Team Championship. And Rob Edwards got a 46, Blaze got a 37, Hang 10 got a 58, and Tasman got a 42. And then next up, we've got, so there's a brawl, and basically what happens here is Wesley Finch officially announces that starting at the next show, we'll begin a 6-man tournament for the SLW Championship. And the first round matches will be Armando Guerrero versus the Dazzler, with the winner facing Black Flash, and Blaze Maximum facing the Kipper, with the winner facing Rob Edwards in semifinals. And this gets a 21 because it wasn't the best, but mainly also because I had nobody to actually do the road aging because my two quasi-road agents were both involved in the angle. So anyway, we finished the show, and this gets a 41. So again, Kipper, and let's say Hang 10 just because I'm always going to give him, or no, Armando. Let's see if we have any random emails afterwards, and then we'll go to the next show. And that was a fairly quick show, but, not much going on. It's just set up for the big thing, which is the tag team tournament here. So no mail, which is good mail. So I'll be back in just a second with the actual next show of the month. Be right back. Okay, now it's time for the second show of September 2020 for Southern Lights Wrestling, as it's time for Saturday Wrestling, as we've got the first round of the SLW title tournament and some of their fun matches, so let's get started. So we actually start out with a match for once, and we're up to 29 people because the wrestling industry is up to the high heights of a 2. So, hey, better than 0, right? Anyway, in a decent match, Hack the Hunter defeated Bounce Buchanan in 5:38 by pinfall at the Epic Side Suplex. This got a 21. Bounce was off his game. Match got the crowd hotter. Hack and Bounce have great chemistry. And after the match, Hack yelled hack to the crowd. They popped. It got a 32. Next up, he had in a decent match. Jonathan Wesker defeated Reggie Hammer in 7:35 at pinfall to fall away slam. This got a 24. Wesker got a 23. Hammer got a 29. This match got the crowd hotter. Siri D did some good work at ringside, and yeah, solid stuff. I hate to put Wesker over Hammer, but Wesker's got the angle right now, and Hammer doesn't, so there you go. And then Siri D's with Wesker. The Surfer dudes come out after Siri D continues to whine, and, they're like, guys, you don't have a tag partner. We're a tag team. What do you want? And so after some yelling back and forth, they agree that Wesker will face one of the Surfer dudes at the next show, and if he gets a win, he gets to choose a tag team partner and get a title shot. And this gets a 35. Solid stuff. And next up we had in a good match, Leon Lancelot and Leon Main defeated Black Flash and Francis Burke in 12:04 when Leon Main pinned Black Flash, illegally using the ropes for leverage. So this got a 37. Burke got a 37. Black Flash got a 48. Leon Main got a 28. Got a 20, and Lancelot got a 36. Leon was off his game. So yeah, just back and forth match. And the fact that Black Flash took the pin is interesting to me. Because I'm sure if I would have actually booked that, he would have whined. Because I just booked Leon to go over, and I figured he'd pin Burke, but hey, what'd you know? And the heel celebrating afterward gets a 23. Then we have an Armando Dazzler showdown, which gets a 38. Again, this is sort of, Dazzler doing his campy gimmick. Armando being the big, strong Mexican patriot and saying, I've got no problem with the USA, but I'll kick your ass. And this gets a 38 as we move on to the match, which is the first round match in the SLW title tournament. And it gets a 34 as in a good match, Dazzler defeated Armando Guerrero in 11:55 a pinfall with the dazzling X-Wing. So Dazzler gets a 36, Armando gets a 37, and if you notice, Dazzler actually went over clean. Because sometimes, your heels actually do have to win their matches. Like, it just can't all be cheating, whiny heel stuff. So, Dazzler just gets a couple lucky moves, hits his, dazzling X-Wing, which I imagine is just like the shake, rattle, and roll, and manages to get the big pinfall victory. And then, I forgot to change this to Dazzler, so yeah, just say Armando is despondent, and this gets a 36. Armando is despondent. There we go. Anyway, this gets a 36, perfectly solid. And then we're off to our main event, which is the other big, other big match, which is in a good match. The Kipper, let me just up for you guys can actually see this. The Kipper defeating Blaze Maxim in 9:48 by pinfall to Lariat. So, again, this was a wild brawl. Unfortunately, the Kipper can't have a match longer than 10 minutes. So, but he's still really over. So this is what I had to do. So this gets a 34. Not the best, but, it gives Kipper the big win. Sets up his match with Rob Edwards at the next show. And, yeah, there you go. So, the Kipper celebrating gets a 27, which is not the greatest way to end this show. But, what can you do? So this gets a 35, which is sort of our worst show in a while, but still increases. So, Dazzler, Armando, Black Flash, and there you go. And we'll just go ahead and go through this. And what's the word I'm looking here? Yeah, so, okay, no mail, but let's move on to the next month, and then we'll check out everybody's overness, where the company is, money-wise, all that fun stuff. Okay, so if we go back to our company, so size-wise, we're at a 7, because we finally rose, because the wrestling industry, oh yeah, let's also see, wrestling industry is still at a 2, but still, that's better than a 0. Let's see here, merchandise, we're slowly increasing, up to level 4. Backstage is still 100%. Let's see here. Storylines. Series D wants talent is at 31. Who's the best is at 34. Creative. Hang 10 is number 1. Rob Edwards is still number 2. Jesse Tasman is number 3. Black Flash is number 4. And Blaze Maxim is number 5. And then if we actually look at the roster itself, we have Quick Mercury Morris, who didn't even wrestle this month, is still at a 12. We have Armando Guerrero, who is up to a 21, which I think is actually a pretty decent rise. Let's see here. Yeah, he jumped 4 points up. So yeah, that was a good month for him. Yeah, even though he still has cool momentum. I mean, what else do you want me to do? Oh well. Black Flash is actually down to 27, I'm going to guess, because he lost that match. He has hot momentum, and he's still annoyed, but hopefully we'll fix that in the next month or so. Blaze Maximum is down to a 22, because he lost his big match against the Kipper. But, we'll easily build that back up for him. Bounce Buchanan is at a 14, which means he's gaining, even though he's just... Yeah. Okay, so they're stuck at basically 14 for the last couple months. Has chilly momentum and is irritated. Look, I'd be irritated too, but there's nothing much I can do for you at the moment. Series D is up to a 2. Christian Blythe, yeah, he's somebody who, because if you look at his actual stats, he's actually pretty solid. I just got to figure out something, an actual character for him to do, because he has he should do something, but I've sadly just had him largely jobbing. Dazzler's at a 24, which I'm not sure if that's a positive. Yeah, so he's slowly been rising. Alright. And yeah, he has more momentum, and he's normal morale, so that's good. Flip Buchanan, yes, you're a 12, you're chilly momentum, but he's very happy, unlike his buddy, Bounce, which is interesting. We have Francis Burke, who has cold momentum, and is irritated, and his popularity is at a 16, which, yeah, is slightly down, which is unfortunate, but, you're a good wrestler, that's all you are. Hack the Hunter, I think that's still 18, is still stuck. Yeah, so he's been at 18 the last couple of months, because I haven't been giving him any more over to beat, but, I don't know. There's not much else to do with him. But he has hot momentum at least, so that's good. Hang 10, Lucas Pope still at 24, still the tag champ, still very hot, still extremely happy. Jesse Tasman also at 24, hot momentum, and is happy. Jonathan Wesker is up to a 19, which I'm sure, yeah, is slightly down. But he has very warm momentum, but he's still irritated. Considering his popularity went down. Okay, I guess that makes sense. He went from having 38s and 28s to 21s and 24s. Lancelot is at a 19, which, let's see here, is actually up a couple points. Oops, let's get back to those guys. Okay, we got Leon Main, who's up to a 22. He has cooled momentum and annoyed. I'm going to guess he's actually up he's up in popularity. We have Lone Rider, who's, I believe, is down to an 18. Yeah, no, he's been stuck at 18 for a while. Okay. Yeah, he has chilly momentum and is irritated. I'd be irritated too, but what can you do? Mortimer Pyle is at a 20, which I think is basically, where he started. So I've slowly built him back up to where he started after using him to job. Unfortunately, I don't know. He's just sort of there. He's meh. He was good, at the start when he was, the most over guy, but I think it's time to start feeding him to people. Reggie Hammer, who I really want to start pushing eventually. I just don't know what to do with him. But yeah, I'll eventually get him pushing, But right now, unfortunately, you're sort of just jobbing, buddy. We got Rob Edwards, who's at 23. He hasn't had... Whoops. Yeah. So he's had a weird couple months because ever since I had him beat the Kipper, he's been teaming with Blaze, a double count out, losing that three-way for the tag titles, for the tag title spot, winning the Texas Tornado match, but then losing by count out for the tag title match. So I'm not surprised, yeah, that his popularity took a slight dip. But, what can you do? And then the Kipper himself, who's up to a 25, has more momentum, but he's still irritated. And XS is at a 16, has chilly momentum, and is irritated. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Money-wise, we lost 2101, which, again, is less than last month. And we're slowly gaining merch. And, look, we sold $86 in merch this time. Yeah. Again, if we look at our contracts, the two big ones are Black, Flash, and Blaze Maxim, but they're also, like, two of our better guys. So, yeah, that's sort of the weird spot we're in at the moment. But regardless, that's how it works at Local Global, especially when you're starting in freaking Tasmania, because that was sure a smart idea I had. I'm having fun. Anyway, that's all for now. So if you like the series, go ahead and give it a like, comment below on what you're enjoying and not enjoying, and subscribe to the channel for a ton of TEW 2020 content. That's all for now, so talk to you later, and adios.